Hi, welcome to Conversations with Kanyamozi. My name is Lisa Kanyamozi Raboni, your host, and this is the final quote for the month of April, and hopefully it will be streamlined better for the month of May. But thank you so much for listening into our podcast and just being a part of this Conversations. If you'd like to go ahead and follow us and know what's happening, know what has been uploaded, when it has been uploaded, the social media pages are Conversations with Kanyamozi. You can also follow me, the host, at Kanyamozi Raboni. We also have a YouTube channel that you can catch up with before time memory visual occurrence. Maybe if you guys subscribe a lot and you get like funders, you can get back to that. So it's on you. It's really on you to choose, to decide what you want from us. I would really like to wrap this up with the quote that I got tattooed on my body. A quote that I use at least once a month, but I use every day of my life. All things work together for my good. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm a firm believer that what you speak into the universe, what you use your tongue, I don't know, guys, I'm born of a religious family. I'm spiritual now. I wouldn't say I'm religious. We shall see. I'm spiritual now. But back in the day, I firmly believed in the power of the tongue. Like what you confess with your tongue can easily come into your life. So me, when I listen English, personally, I don't confess bad things. I don't use my mouth to convict myself. I don't use my mouth to say, that's not going to work out. I don't use my mouth to say, I'm going to fail at this. I don't. Even when I think it, I don't let the tongue cannot even, that thought cannot pass the tongue. It can't. Everything else has to occur around me. I can think about something bad, but I will not confess it. It won't come out. It won't. Like, I will not say, I'm going to get an accident. Nope. I can't. But I can think, the way I'm driving, I may hit the car. I can't. Like, all my fears live in my mind. They will not come out of my mouth. I'm a firm believer that what you put out is what happens. So I will tell you guys, I'm going to have a Kololo house where there are no potholes, because apparently some places in Kololo actually even gets. Not in the gets of Kololo, but in the really cool places. I'm also a firm believer that I'm going to have money. I'm going to have money that, like, it's so much, I don't know what to do with it. I have come from a place of like a lot of money anxiety, but I'm just like, I'm gonna have so much money. I look at my businesses, I look at the plans I have for my life, I look at my wallet, and I'm just like, this money is going to be like, oh my god, today how do I spend you? I don't know. It's never gonna be a thing of, oh my god, we don't have enough. It's today how do I spend you? I'm so tired of spending you. Like, get done. God forbid. But and that's where that quote came from. That's where I speak it a lot. All things work together for my good. Now, if you run a business, if you are a vision bearer such as I am, if you are a leader, if you have a lot destined and predestined for your life in your mind, it's very easy to lose focus. Like, it's very easy for things to work against you. If you go back to the first quote that we used April with, hold the vision and trust the process. It's very hard for the process not to be trusting you. Does the process trust you? It's so easy. It's so easy for things to look like a blur. It's so easy for things to play with your head. To really play with your head. And I'm going to give a story time. This is on, if you follow me on my socials, in November 2022, I went to Nairobi. And I went to Nairobi to do the Obonide Tuvayo, a market day for Obonide. Tuvayo was the host. And at that time, my business was struggling. It was really struggling to stay alive. Our sales had gone down by 80%. Our bank accounts were not looking good, but we had to, like, you have to keep this. You can't say, guys, There's no stock because we're keeping money in the bank account. Absolutely not. You have to pay your suppliers. You have to make sure there's stock. You have to trust the process. And also, I feel like my second year of business was my learning year of how to manage finances in a business and how to be more savvy and smart. So obviously, I had made a lot of mistakes. The day when I was traveling, I had to withdraw money for a payment that I had to leave for Kampala. And I remember I went to Nairobi by bus because that business still kind of would have late for me. But, trusting the process and holding the vision. And I sat in that bus. I didn't even pay for my bus ticket. It was my personal money. And I sat in that bus with 80,000 Uganda shillings in Obanide's bank account. Like 80,000. Like $20, I think. 25? Such more than that. It cannot be. And I sat in that bus and I said, all things work together for my good. And I remember I committed myself I was going to get that tattooed if I had a good outcome of this trip. But I said, all things work together for my good. I went to Nairobi and I said, I'm going to make $400. I've left the bank account in fact. I said, I'm going to make $400. I don't know how. I don't know who's going to fund that, but I'm going to make $400 in one day. In a community that I'm only introducing this brand to. Like, obviously, there are people who are Ugandan and obviously know of it and they study in Kenya. But I had not done enough presence in Nairobi for me to make the same sales I'm making in Uganda. But I said, I'm going to make $400 today, and that's what I'm taking back home to my business. And that $400, because I'd made orders for certain things, and I said that $400 is going to pay for A, B, C, and D. Kwegamba, moving by faith and only faith. And I said, all things are going to work. All things work together for my good. I closed that day with $400 plus. Like there was a on top of $400. There was money. And I remember when I made the last sale that hit the target, and I made sales after that target, I started crying. Like there's an actual video, a documentation from my friends where I'm in tears, and I might carry recording. It's because I don't think I've talked about it. One is my greatest joy, and for a period of time I thought that I was going to lose it. I thought that I didn't know that in May of the next year I would have overneeded to the capacity that I wanted. I thought I was going to struggle. And when I made that money, when I hit the target, and I looked at the money on my phone, like that was the $400 that I came to look for in Nairobi. I said, all things work together for my good. Because that business is now, like I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about, okay, so this is how much I'm going to contract a random face of our needy, or like a Kenyan one, and like which suppliers can I partner with in Kigali that can be able to like store my my stuff and like sell them to people there. Like I even have that vision, because all things work together for my good. There are so many stories that I can share experiences on where things work together for the goodness of my life. But that quote, it encompasses everything. And it reminds me that if goodness has worked before, goodness will work again. And if I've been a result of goodness today, I can be a result of goodness tomorrow. So all things, in conclusion, all things work together for my good. And you guys need to repeat this as often as possible. Just saying. Thank you so much for tuning in to Conversations with Kanyamozi. My name is Lisa Kanyamozi Roboni. Obviously, I almost cried because whenever I talk about anything I love, tears they're here. They're in the corner. But it's to show that nothing is glamorous, but always holding the faith. I walk by faith. I remember, so we're planning something as small as my friend's bridal shower. And we're just like, we don't even have that money. Like, where are we going to ask guys from? Like, what's going to happen? I said, no, you just plan. I told my co-planner, her cousin, sister, more like, I said, you just plan. You plan. We will have this checklist. It doesn't plan. Because all things work together for my good. I was not here not to come and testify. I'm here to be a living testimony of things. Things can look like they're up. Things can look like they're up in the air, but all things will work together for the good. You guys know the rest of the scripture. Okay. Have yourselves a fantastic week. This is Conversations with Kanyamozi once again. My name is Lisa Kanyamozi Rodney. Follow us across all social media platforms. Bye.